Welcome to Better You channel, where we explore insightful ideas from exceptional books to enhance our learning and personal growth. Someone once asked, "How can I live the life I desire?" The best answer I found is, just be someone who knows how to demand the best from themselves. If a person cannot endure the suffering that comes from having to discipline themselves, then they will ultimately have to endure the misery that comes from failure and lack both materially and spiritually. The future of each of us is hidden in how we spend our mornings. A great day will not wait for a night owl. A successful life will never be for those who do not sleep early and wake up early. You will find that this world is secretly rewarding those who persistently wake up early. There are people who stay up late watching series, one episode after another, not wanting to sleep, telling themselves, just one more segment, just one more, but soon it's 2, 3 a.m. Then there are those who wake up early with a healthy breakfast, a workout, a book, and a refreshing sleep, granting them the privilege of welcoming an exciting and energizing morning. Once I accidentally met an old teacher. Although her hair was almost all gray, her skin was still rosy. She looked very alert and youthful. Her life was not like many others her age. Instead of spending time watching movies, lounging around the house, or letting the years pass by, her mind was always fresh, deeply thoughtful, and extremely peaceful. She writes books every year, and despite her age, she still learns several new languages. I asked her what her secret was, and she said that her habit of waking up at 6 a.m. has never changed. Every day after breakfast, she reads a book. Sitting on a chair on the balcony, breathing in the fresh air, the wind still carries a bit of chill. At that moment, there was no noise, only the sounds of birds and insects. Her heart would calm down and her thoughts became unusually clear. Soon, she would finish reading a book. Just like that, her day was very fulfilling and meaningful according to her own desires. Staying up late only reduces the quality of life. Waking up early can elevate a person's soul. The morning is the best time to examine whether a person lives with a purpose. It's the same day, but if you wake up an hour earlier than others, it means you gain over 30 hours a month over others. If you persist for a year, you'll have over 360 hours more. While others are sleeping, you not only get to read your favorite book, but also clean the house and experience a wonderful morning. When others are chased by time, you can manage your time and live at your own pace. Indeed, no one can resist aging, but those who maintain the discipline of waking up early can gradually improve as they age. Night owls will never experience the wonderful smell of the early morning. But for those who wake up early, their souls are always filled with the fresh scent of the dawn. I really admire people who, when facing any difficulty, can simply sleep when it's time to sleep and wake up when it's time to wake up, without any hesitation or worries. It's like a saying, staying up late is because you don't have the courage to end a day, and lying in bed every morning is because you don't have the passion to start a new one. I remember once on a business trip with a British colleague in the field. The problem was that the opposing company was not satisfied with the solution we proposed. So the meeting ended in a rather unhappy atmosphere. That night, I was deep in self-blame, thinking about the rejection and unable to sleep. Then, before I knew it, it was morning, and I reluctantly got out of bed, unsure of how to face what had happened the day before. A while later, the British colleague called me to go have breakfast. Seeing that I was not in a good mood, he said something that deeply resonated with me. Conquer the morning first, then you can conquer life. Later, I learned that while I was still in bed, he had run 2 laps in the morning and came up with a better solution during his run. In the end, the opposing company not only agreed to implement the solution he proposed, but also expressed a willingness to cooperate with us long-term. After the trip, he encouraged me. Evening is the past. Don't think too much about it. When morning comes, quickly get up because the turning point of your life starts at this moment. Life is full of hardships and difficulties. If just a little trouble can disrupt our lives, how can we achieve great things? Sleeping early and waking up early can help recharge your energy. If you let worries and pressures keep you awake, it will sweep away the passion in your life. People with extraordinary willpower always have clear goals. They know that thinking about the past cannot solve anything. Only the present moment after opening their eyes is worth looking forward to. The sweetness of life belongs to those who, despite facing difficulties and hardships, still know self-discipline and self-control. Those who wake up early, Their lives are always extraordinary. Life is fleeting. Some waste their time in misery. Others always live happily. Whenever I see my neighbor, Mr. David, I am always amazed at the strength that comes from the early morning. Mr. David had a very rough period. He had an accident that broke his left leg while driving a taxi. His wife of 20 years had filed for divorce, and he lost custody of his 2-year-old son. That big shock made him isolate himself for a long time. One day, on an early morning, he decided to find a secluded place to end his remaining life. But as he walked despondently, he encountered an old man doing morning exercises. Though they were strangers, the old man looked at him, smiled, and greeted him. Continuing a few dozen meters ahead, he passed by a steamed bun cart. The vendor from afar greeted him warmly. As soon as he opened the lid, the steam from the bun basket wafted a delicious smell. Over the years, the loss had submerged him in darkness. So now, the simple moments and early mornings became unusually magical. He suddenly realized that this was the true flavor of life. He suddenly longed to really live, to start over. A hot bun, a cup of soy milk, and a smile from strangers in the early dawn made him suddenly feel that the world is worth living in, and no obstacle is insurmountable. He wants to live a good life and enjoy every morning. Now, every time I meet Mr. David, I'm immediately affected by his optimism. Isn't it miraculous? The early morning is the time to regenerate life. The early morning always has a magical flavor that can awaken us to step out of the dark moments in life. Sometimes, when work doesn't go as planned, relationships are troubled, or minor issues can make us feel discouraged. But life is always like that, always impermanent. What can being discouraged change? We don't live for others, but only to make our own souls feel peaceful and happy. The early morning is always here waiting for you to realize this. Don't waste any more wonderful mornings in your life. The endless beauty of life is hidden in a slice of egg toast, a warm cup of milk in the morning. The confidence and will buried in you for so long now only need a stretch and a smile to awaken. Those who wake up early always have a life full of joy and optimism. People say that time is gold, but perhaps the time of the morning is even more precious than gold. In today's society, we are pressured by work or tempted by electronic devices, causing many to get used to staying up late and losing the precious early morning. Successful people always know that to achieve something real, one needs to prepare early, and waking up early is one of the indispensable habits to success. Those who wake up early always find joy in life, fully enjoy each day, and always discover a better you. What about you? Start waking up early from tomorrow. Let the early morning fill your soul with fragrance. Thank you for listening. I hope today's video has provided you with valuable insights. If you appreciate this content, please like, share, and subscribe to Better You for more enriching content. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.